going to play out. NIP, they're on a mission to try and revitalize and rebuild Swedish Counter-Strike, and even if it takes borrowing from a couple of other countries, I still think it'd be a huge success if it could actually work. I still want to see it. They've got a good shot at it here. They're on the T side and already being run it down for the middle. It's NPL to get the opening kill off the map onto Alexi B, and they actually are trying to back out again already.
Oh yeah, and they've made their way through apartments. NPL presented with another opportunity, but not able to connect. Simple on the bomb site. Finds the gush onto Brolin right through the corner of that box, but now it's a hold state. NIP have found themselves into pit, but they know that they can't approach so easily.
They have Hampus in the middle who could try and backstab somebody, but he's already been found out. Does tag a lot, and Rez running out. He actually gets away with it. Brolin with a headshot. NIP coming out of this fight somehow on top. Rez finding one more kill. NPL, the only one here who could maybe stop them, and he will. Taking down a hat-trick on top. That is a crazy fight at the end. I don't know how NAP even got into a position where they were about.
And Hampus, he's sneaking up close. This looks like it's going to be a very well-timed push because that player from Navi is not even there. NPL, he's not looking.
By the time he comes back, is he going to be expecting that much? Even if he came in time, there's 3 people on the other side. They smoke him off, though. 27 seconds, and they get through Hampus on the opening kill. But Bit and NPL quick on the return. Alexi finds a couple of stunning headshots. One of them through the smoke, and the bomb is planted swiftly behind that. Perfecto and Electronic, even if Alexi's low on health. The money, you have to think about it. If you throw this away, you don't have anything to work with. I think this is probably overall the statistical better play. Just those 2 rifles can win you the next round. Otherwise, you've got USPs and probably nothing else.
See this. What can the rookie do as everybody's charging against him?
That Molotov went a little bit deep maybe, and they're going to smoke it off anyway. They feel it. That's a good read for NIP. They have a good sense already that it might not be that much here, and there's no follow-up nades. That's suspicious if you're on the NIP side. No more grenades coming your way. Great spray down, though. They weren't even looking that way. That's crazy. Finally, Rez able to take him down. They're going to be worried instantly about what's coming from CT spawn. He swings for the fight, but goes down, and that might be the last chance they had at a bomb plant there. Very difficult for hettrick to find that plant now that he is alone on the site, although he's going to find Electronic, and that might make it a bit easier. I thought actually Electronic would have waited for the rest of the team to show up. Simple still walking up Banana and looking for his first kill off the map, and that's a little bit strange on its own. Hampus is going to deny it. Good job on him. It's Bit to take down hettrick, and now it's a one-on-one. And a quick smoke. He knows exactly where Hampus is. Very low on health on the Swedish player as well. That makes it tricky, even with the smoke up here. Going to be hard to sustain a fight through that one. He's going to go for it. There's an HE on top, but only the chicken went down. The defuse continued. Does look like they're having to shake off a little bit of rust. Speaking of which, Simple getting caught by Alexi, just putting some speed behind that. Rushing around the archway and leaves Bit alone in the pit. He's in so much trouble right now. Backup is coming, but presumably it's going to be too late. He's trying his best to stay alive inside of the smoke, but they're looking for him. Oh, that reload, very awkward. That could have cost them everything. NPL showing up as well. Electronic at range with the MP9, and suddenly it's a 2-on-2. That seemed like a big misstep. They had him dead to rights in there, and somehow he got away with another kill.
Alexi just ran out of bullets there. It was so awkward. Hampus, though, he actually is taking initiative. They haven't even planted the bomb just yet. Electronic could swing for the trade, but misses the timing. Now creeping up through bracket. Hampus, he's keyed in onto this angle, and he hits the shot.
The boost up. Perfecto is down there as well. Who knows what can happen? We're down to under 30 seconds. Early shot is coming through. It's Bit to pick off Alexi. They're still trying to power their way through, but with only 20 seconds, they're going to have to speed this up. They can't necessarily check everything in the bomb side. They're still trying to. Hettrick running close to the Deagle, and Simple goes down. That's still the smoke. Perfecto, he nearly gets both of them, but the bomb is eventually planted. It's Hampus to go down next, and it leaves Rez entirely on his own. Low on health and in a 1 versus 2. He's got the right idea, but can he hold that angle? Not for long. He's worried about it. And Perfecto sneaking in and executing Rez at the end.
Yeah, the nades come out. We see the triple setup here for Navi. Looks like it is about to be breached. The approach comes. NPL lying in wait. And NIP, they don't commit to it just yet. The nades are out. Another flash. All right, they're going for the re-hit here. There it is. Excellent flash. Simple blind on top. But NPL collects 2 kills. This is a deadly crossfire. And NIP, despite the opener, they were not able to convert.
I'd love to see the timing of NPL going for that peak, because it felt like
end of the year.
Give me a classic Maui snake.
I'll give it to you more like where I think they can reach.
Okay.
How about that? I think that this year it's safe to say at one point they'll hit 6th.
Oh.
Yeah. They'll touch it. They'll touch that 6th pace.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. That's something to look forward to. Well, write it down. You can tweet it later at him if it. Yeah, I agree. It's a bit scary. And they're facing the orb of Hettrick, which I think is interesting. They don't know about that necessarily yet, so we'll see if there's going to be an angle peak somewhere and somebody just walking into that shot. 30 seconds, running the clock down low. Now they're being pushed. They were already passive. They're pushed even further back, squeezed into the bomb site. And down from the bit is trying his best to keep this alive for them. But the fight's already right on top of them. It's NPL again. Huge double kill with the FAMAS. How does he keep doing it? Again, he was the big point of criticism coming into this best of 3, and so far, he's definitely outlived everyone's expectations. Hampus on his own, walking away from it. A 6th round from Navi, but I still don't think that it doesn't take away from the criticism that is not a great defensive setup.
Brolin doesn't commit?
Nope. He didn't want to go for it. Hampus, though, is still in a very powerful position here. Bit might be dead before he turns the corner. Oh, he crouches right under. The timing could not have been better. He's very low on health.
They're hearing that. NIP heard a couple of players in the apartments there. Saw one, of course, but there were more footsteps. And NPL, he's holding on to this boiler room. Brolin's right around the corner with the op. This is so scary.
Oh, he didn't see him. That's crazy. He turned his back, and now NPL, he suddenly might be in trouble. Yep, Hettrick showing up with the AWP. And it's a 2-on-3. It's a bit inside. He's low from earlier. One bullet and he's gone. It's a drive-by. He just explodes him. Hettrick styling on them in this round. A 3rd kill. And Perfecto has to go for the clutch here in the 15th round. Not going to be close at all.
I would say that the game plan that they showed in the first half had a lot more to it in terms of elements. Navi so frequently just playing back, letting the action come to them and hoping for the best. And we see that NIP were able to win the half just by a single round because of that. Played it right into Alexi B's hands. A slow approach, though, on the pistol for Navi. They want to see, once again, if the action's going to come to them. They will have to make an aggress eventually.
And they have a P250 on Simple, who's had one of the worst halves we've seen out of him for a really long time, but only slightly worse than Electronic. So, I don't know. Those are 2 of the superstars that you expect to do lots. The fact that Navi have got 7 rounds and Simple and Electronic didn't even show up is in itself a bit of a mystery in some way. How does that even happen? Well, the answer is that Bit and NPL were the ones that did. Still, you would expect more. Body blocking the smoke is a great idea. Still maybe creating a bit of a gap on the one side for him. He's trying to get the jump over, but failing it just a little bit. Not quite getting the headshot that he needed, and it allows Navi to get through the smoke and onto the bomb site. And this might be an afterplant a little bit sooner than they would want. Simple throwing through a bullet. The smoke is fading and executed by Alexi B. 2 great shots, stopping the bomb plant and turning it into a 3-on-3. That was some expert timing.
And he just took his time with the shots, just lined them up precisely, made sure he didn't miss. But we could see that Rez be coming from Banana, and this is a fake smoke coming out from Hampus. At one point, Rez will have to push through that smoke and might actually create an angle for him if Navi expose themselves to it.
Yeah.
But he's taking so long.
This is sick.
They do have a kit, though.
Just picked up by Hampus. It was on the ground, but you're right. They might not think anyone's coming from there, because why would NIP throw the smoke? So let's see if this works out. Bit not interested in the smoke. He's going to get the headshot instead. Rez getting one more in return, and Electronic trying to stay in the corner, but he can't. He's going to be found. Hettrick gets one shot, but the time is simply up, even with the kit. Hettrick has to run for it, and Navi, much needed pistol round, and they had to really fight hard to get it as well. It looks like they're going to go for the 4-1 split. Once they've dumped all of their nades, they're saying, all right, fine, you can stay here, and I'll do the rest on the other side. Brolin, I think, hanging out on that side. Look at the push, though, coming in. The timing is pretty good when there's only 3 people here, and Simple, a double headshot, the last one through the smoke, through the wall, to bring down Alexi. I don't even necessarily know how, but it's a good shot nonetheless, and Brolin on his own. That continues to be a weakness for NIP, obviously not in this round, because they're really holding middle. 3 people, a huge crossfire in the middle. Brolin's still the first to go down, and now one good flash here could be a little bit of trouble. Rez thinking about a running shot, and a deagle on the other side of the crossfire. And Simple and NPL, they are blown up.
Wow. Just double peeking down mid. Works out for the pistols. NIP looks like they just want to play this 2-2 setup, though. Navi They're still flirting with the idea of bracket, but once that smoke falls down, I think Bit has actually beaten it, but they're just kind of posturing around the position. And look at this from NIP. They were in the 2-2, but they gave it up. They left Hampus all by his lonesome there, and this is going to be a very tough ask of him. But NIP, they're gathering information quickly. Every second that Navi takes means that NIP get a step closer to this bomb site and to pull off the successful rotation.
35 seconds. Oh, and it pays off just hiding in the corner, and actually it works. Inside of the smoke, they've almost found Rez. I can't believe he's still alive. The grenade almost chases him down. He's got so many lives in this round. Hettrick goes down. Alexi sneaking around the back. He couldn't pick up a rifle because they've thrown all of them away in the middle, so he's still stuck on that 5-7. But a quick headshot to make it work. 15 seconds, and the pressure is on Perfecto to either find the kill right now or find some space to get that bomb planted, but this is risky. He fakes it once up on the high ground, then he takes him down. That is an all-in risk. Yeah,
it's just such a tough hold, but there is great utility for NIP. That's what they've got going for them here. The Molly has been deployed, Hettrick rotating in, and Brolin, he's had mixed results here at the coffins, and it is unsuccessful this time around. NPL, beautiful shot, simple, trying to one-way that smoke towards the coffins, inflicting a little bit of damage towards Hettrick, but the number advantage firmly lies with Navi.
As it does, an electronic this deep in. Hamper's not even going to check it. He goes down immediately. Rez and Hettrick to try and hold on to Inferno. It started so well. They got so many rounds in the first half, and in the second half, they get wiped out. Simple with the headshot at the end. That's a beautiful comeback for Navi.
Just took a while to get going there, even though it felt like sometimes they were outplaying Navi, sometimes they couldn't still convert. And I think that's more of a testament to just how strong Navi has come into this season. Bit, especially.
Yeah, he really carried them through. Without him, it could have been a very different affair on Inferno. But here we go. Navi on the T side, NIP on the CT side, and we are ready for Mirage. It's Alexi looking on top of the box, boosted up. He sees a couple of people. Could at least call it out. I think he spotted out Bit, so he knows. That is so patient. Not firing any early shots, not revealing his own position. And he just takes it down. Okay. He blew open the cover and just deleted Hampus from the round. That's something.
That was disgusting from MPL. Explosive. So, Ninjas. They're up against... Okay, wait a second. All right, Brolin's actually fighting back into this one. There is a way for Ninjas to piece this one together. Navi have not yet planted the bomb, and that actually leads to a bit of confusion, it seems like. I don't know if Brolin is well aware of Electronic's position, but he's swinging on out. He wants a little bit of info, but he's punished for it. And now Electronic... He's activated, leaving just Rez in the 1 versus 3. First headshot there onto NPL.
They got so curious on IP. They needed to know. They had to know what was happening on the bomb side, and that's what Navi were expecting. It's not much of a necessarily a deep strategy, but just giving a little bit of space for the enemy team to make a mistake, and they did. And Navi will end up winning the pistol round because, I mean...
So Navi looks like they're going to test him if he has improved his anchoring ability or if the old dog didn't learn any new tricks.
In the middle, a little bit of a distraction. Electronic going down. Alexi is here, and with the smokes down and everything else, this is so good. They can't even make it through. Really well timed. A double kill for him. And they never really get anything rolling. They didn't even get really to jump out. That wasn't even a question here. They just get stopped way before that happens. Simple. Testing his deagle a little bit, but ultimately it'll be another round for NIP. Third one on the board, and that's what they need. They really, and more importantly than that, perhaps, they get to keep everyone alive.
That's what's scary. Alexi playing a very similar game, going for the jiggle. He has the smoke ready to deploy as soon as he faces any intruders. And that might come in just a moment's time. But Navi, they're still feeling out middle. Electronic and Bit are working their way up connector. And that might be the cue. That might be it. They lost the players towards middle. That's one prong of the attack taken out. And Alexi deploys the smoke once again. This is just perfect timing, stopping Navi right in their tracks. No real way for Navi to get back in this one unless NIP gift them some frags.
And it's a 3-on-3.
Yeah, sometimes that's all it takes. For the man that is usually the closer of Navi, he actually was the one that opened things up. Alexi B and Hettrick approaching from CT. That's the flash right there, but right before it, Hettrick's able to hit the shot. In fact, it's a nade. A Simple takes down Hettrick for that. And now Alexi B knows that Hampus is on the flank. He wants to let that activate.
Yeah, they have to really time this well. Vector's thinking about it. He's not quite sure. He's going to spot it out, finds him out in the open. The timing works against NIP. And somehow, NaVi find a way back into the round, which probably should not have there. Oh. Well, this time he's not going to be able to put up a smoke and just hide behind it. This time it's all-out warfare. From behind the bench, he takes down Electronic and comes out swinging, dropping Perfecto and nearly MPL on top. That's a great amount of damage. That is some strong beat defense for Alexi. We were questioning him early on, but so far he's really stepped up to it. Unfortunately, it still might not be enough. They had that early loss. They can't rotate through middle because that was being held by Bit, and he's still holding it and finding Brolin on top. Oh, Electronic sneaking up. He tried to do it for the smoke last time. This time, just straight up on the bench in the middle to take down Hampus, who was there for that exact reason. I think Hampus was only there to try and cover that kind of an angle and still was not really able to. So, decent start. Brolin in an enormous amount of trouble, but the trade is good. Letting NPL that deep onto the bomb site in itself is a massive security risk for the A bomb site. And Bit's in the middle now, looking for it. Under a minute on the clock, and the bomb is close, but not quite there. Oh, he's getting away with a lot here. Alexi not quite spotting it on the other side. He's still, now he's swinging a little bit wider, and maybe he could shoot Bit in the back if another couple of seconds go by. 45 of them left here. And Bit's on the other side of the smoke, and that's a nice catch. He got away from Alexi. He managed to make his way through, and this is shaping up so nicely. Oh, what? Headshot through the smoke and head trick to take down Electronic on top. Bit is now on his own. How's this spiraled out? NaVi, they played the entire round right up until this point so well. But a bullet piercing the smoke changed absolutely everything for them. And now Bit's looking for it. He knows that's an all peeking him, and he's going to not show any signs of fear at all. Taking down head trick. And Alexi's on the other side. Bit looking for it here. He's already got 2 of the kills. He needs a 3rd, and he's just toying with them at the moment. This is taking a little bit too long. There is a smoke and a kit, but I'm not sure that's going to make a difference right here. He has to come and root him out of this bomb site and find him, and finally, he runs straight on there. Takes an extra second. I was getting worried. Looked like he was looking for something else, but do that after the defuse.
Out already. He's pretty deep, and it's going to net him a frag. Takes down Brolin, res with the return, and it looks like NIP, they can settle just a bit here.
I think this NaVi trying to exploit the same tendency for NIP to push middle first, and they just want to push the A bomb side while NIP is occupied in middle, and it's kind of been working, but they still can't win the fight at the bomb side. Even if they get on there, it's not good enough to win them the round, and that's a credit to NIP. They're able to actually win the follow-up fight and get the afterplant situation in their favor. 2 versus 3 now. Electronic and Simple, supposed to be an absolutely lethal duo. See if it could be enough to bring an 8th round here. They've taken a timeout. NaVi, they have lost a couple of rounds here. Now they want back in. Simple only good for the 1 kill. And now the question is, how much could Electronic do from this Tetris position? 1 versus 2. They do have a kit and a smoke already put up. Right, there's the first one. Tries, he's got plenty of bullets, but he's not finding it. Oh. He's just drawing an outline. 8 to 7 as the full defuse comes in. And little P250 sniping at a distance. The bomb is planted already. How do you even retake this if you're NaVi? You don't have a smoke currently. There is a kit, but that doesn't really matter. You need the smoke to try and get in there and put some pressure on the NIP team. And they still have Hampus in the lower dark, or in underpass, sorry, to try and get there. Electronic finding some kills back. It should still be a little bit too late. They're trying to tap that bomb, but they're just out in the open. There's no real estate here for NaVi. It's head trick to close it out. Great job. A very well executed round for NIP.
Yeah, we've liked what we've seen from Hedrick in the last half. Finding some openers, closing some rounds out. But Simple and Bit, they're going to connect on this B defense. That is a nice hold, a double peek, in fact. Hampus still trying to press on forward, but there is a smoke right there. That is so awkward to play around. But Hedrick actually is able to take down Simple because of it. But they're just jumping through a smoke.
The 5.7 is way too powerful for that. Pistol is, I mean, it's proven itself over the last year to be a very valuable tool, and especially that short range. We have a look of confusion on your face, Mal. You don't... 45 seconds, very slow. Oh, that's cheeky jump down. That's so sick. Everyone should be practicing that a little bit. MPL goes down, res the follow-up opening, and now it's been blown wide open on the A-bomb site. They can try and fight and just flex those deagles, but ultimately, NIP well in control. That's going to give them an 11th round. So, Simple is in position, but stopping this alone, there are going to be grenades landing on him. Flashes left and right, and now they're getting really close. You have to think about whether or not he wants to stay. Molotov at his feet as well. He either has to commit to this or fall back and save the AWP. Perfecto, he gets one, but is quickly taken care of. And now at least he's got some defense with him. He peeks into the AK and gets taken down right away. Single for Mars on the site now to try and hold this one off. Still 20 seconds, and the Molotov use is so good. They force him back. Bit gets taken down, and now it's Electronic in a 1 versus 3. And what looks like an impossible clutch for this one. They're all on that side. When he peeks them, they're going to peek. Oh, it doesn't even matter. Hettrick is there with the AK. And that's a very calm and very focused round out of NIP. I love the fact that even...
Wow.
Oh, no.
This sneak.
We talked about this. This is the kind of opportunity that Hampus makes for himself. It's so sick, and not many players in the world are going to be able to do this. That cracks open the B bomb side. Perfecto. He needed that kill. The fact that Hampus still alive is a nightmare for Perfecto, and there it is. Well done. Finding him and has maybe a chance to defend it. Rez nearly drops, and Perfecto swings for the fight. He's out in the open. Still a chance. The bomb is up on the ledge. 20 seconds. There is another walk coming through the murder hole in the middle, and we'll see if they're going to be ready. NPL. Oh, he goes for the spin! He actually had the time. He was going to get shot in the back of the head, but he heard him right at the last second, and now this round is done. Nothing that Hettrick could do. The bomb is too far deep, and he does not have the time for it. Deagle will take him down. It looks like a later at least take of the middle for NIP. Just letting Navi settle in, and then we'll see what happens. Simple peeks in. He's quick enough to get the one shot there onto Hettrick. And this is a problem, though. Oh, look at the isolation. Perfecto. He should be dead already. I can't believe he's made it this far out. They're still hunting him down, and eventually they're going to get the shot. And MPL died in the middle of all of that, too. Electronic, he's seen it. He knows that Brolin is there. But can he actually find it? No, he can't. He gives up on the angle. A series of wild mistakes coming up from the Navi side will give NIP a 15th round.
Always one more trick up the sleeve for people like Hampus and Alexi.
Simply he wanted it. He could taste that kill, but the Molotov will prevent him. Are they going to realize there is still a second player in connector in MPL? They definitely will not. They were not expecting it. That's such a nice trick. And Alexi goes down, shot at the back, and the rest of this B push, 35 seconds. You could still run A, but it is a huge risk. It feels like they're committed to it now. Simple, not taking the opportunity. Bit is here, and he's going to take one right over the smoke, and Brolin going down. 25 seconds, and they get rid of Simple. Bit is under a lot of pressure, and the backup is not going to be there yet. It's Hettrick instead. Takes his face off, and a nice angle. NPL able to bring it up and stop the bomb from being planted. 10 seconds now. Everything right on this for Navi. They desperately need to reclaim this bomb site. Hampus gets run down, and the same is true for Rez. What a retake. NPL in charge of it, and Navi, they push it a little while longer into the 30th round. Let's see if they're going to be able to here. Brolin and Alexi, 2-on-4 to hold on to it. They've got kits. They've got everything they need here, Navi, to make it work. Counter flash coming out. The peak. Oh, he almost lined up. That could have been a sick triple, but instead, it's Bid to pick them apart, and it's overtime on Mirage between NIP and Navi. Navi might have made a mistake here. It feels like there's way too much map control for the T side at the moment. Electronic trying to do something, NPL missing the shot, and they both go down, and there's absolutely no follow-up. I don't know why they were allowed to take all of mid and all of connector without anyone from Navi realizing, but it's definitely backfired, and this round is lost.
Have to agree, Anders. Too much base given up by Navi. We'll see if they're able to take anything back, though. They're still fighting for it. Perfecto gets the kill onto Rez. There's just no way.
There should be absolutely no, but you're right. I mean, it's overtime, so they have the money. They might as well go for it, but I don't know. This is such a stretch. This round should have been lost probably a couple of seconds ago already. Bit trying to walk into it, and he is going to get taken down. Perfecto will follow into the grave. And in contact play, finally they decide to go for it. Molotovs, and now Navi are going to know, but they're right on the other side. Electronic, hoping no Molotov is going to land on top of him because he's in sandwich ready and waiting. Rez peeks in front and crouches right under to take down Electronic. That is a scary peek to take. Alexi will drop MPL, who's trying to come for the smoke, and once again, NIP getting a lot of control, a lot of space on the map, and they're using it expertly.
Oh, this is looking terrible, but wait a second. Perfecto and Simple, able to find a couple frags, but Hampus lies in wait. This is something that it looks like Perfecto may have overlooked. No way! Spins around to take him down. There is a complete opportunity for Navi, but Rez taking down Simple makes it all up to Perfecto. Bombs planted wide in the open. This is going to be impossible, and Rez shuts it down. A great attempt there on the retake, almost bringing it all the way back, but...
Oh, that's close. They wanted to be rewarded for that, and eventually they will be. Bits out in the open. He's going to get traded. That nearly got away from them, and a nice shot from Hettrick. They might have found a way. Just letting Navi walk into that little trap in the middle. And once they sprung it, they were not ready. Perfecto and Simple. Bomb being brought through the underpass, but Rez has a nasty angle, and he's going to be able to take him down. Simple, he's got 24 seconds. This should be impossible. 1 versus 4. He's got absolutely no time, no teammates either. Only thing is the element of surprise, but once he fires this rifle, that'll be gone too. There it is. He just has to run under the site and try and find this bomb plant right now and hope that no one's nearby, and even that dream is gone. 8 seconds. It's going to be NiP to pick up the map on Mirage and bring us a third. It'll be overpass, the final battleground between these two teams. What a... So it is. Yeah, I don't hate it either. I think it's fine.
Yeah, some of the ways that people appreciate Vertigo is for all the little tricks. And Overpass has those tricks, but you're actually looking for map control in more than one area.
Yes.
So that's nice, given that it's not as one-dimensional as just, let's get ramp almost every single round. Yeah. Overpass has so many points of emphasis that are important. Short A, con, water. You want to use any of those to unlock the middle of the map. And I just think that the flanking rotations for TTs are also very fun to watch. And how hectic those post plants can get. And it looks like Perfecto is going to be the one that has to bear the utility. Few players, though, from NiP waiting, and they actually aren't mollied out of position just yet. Bit pressing on forward, swipes down Alexi B. That's incredible to peek that deep into long. I can't believe he expected that to happen. And there we go. Simple holding the flank, taking down Hampus, and Brez is a mile away from this one.
So pressured behind this, with Perfecto holding the pillar on the other side. No counter grenades really coming out from the NiP side. They can't slow them down. And Lexi, he was flashed the entire way through. Even though nobody was looking at him for about 3 seconds, it didn't matter at the end. And I think the fact that Navi are allowed to set up at the exit of tunnel towards the B bomb side and on the L bend looking around the pillar, and there's no nades, there's no HGs, no Molotovs, nothing to stop them from doing it. That's not great for NiP. That's way too much of a luxury for Navi to have.
They did, but the flash there is actually going to alert Brolin to Bit's presence. That's very nice. And it does look like NiP found a way to win around here. 2-man advantage. Brolin backing all the way up. Wants to make sure that he doesn't die by his lonesome. And with 40 seconds left and just a couple of smokes, Navi, I think they're forced into this. It looks like they're going to have to go for it. Oh, man, Brolin, even though Simple was being boosted, he nails him with the headshot. Perfecto, he hears them doing significant damage, actually takes down both, but it just seems like the bomb is so far away. 20 seconds. I don't think you can make it at this point. This is going to be a round victory for NiP.
Yeah, it definitely will. Only real question is if they want to fight to do a little bit more damage or just leave it at where it is, and it feels like already they made that choice, so... 27 seconds. Definitely going to be a B execute this time. Brolin is scarily close on the other side to being down connector. He can be there so fast, maybe faster than Navi would want, so I'm not surprised if that's what ends the round. A missed flick here from hetket, and he's isolated behind the pillar. He can't escape. Brolin's trying to get there, but they need to slow this down. Rez is going to get dropped, and Hampus in the water on his own, and there we go! Hampus and Brolin just in the clutch timing. That's perfect, and that's NiP winning another round. That is a nice pick-off, but otherwise, strange off-angle to be fighting a lot of the time. Brolin still looking down there. They're well aware. They know that he could be, and they're going to be having eyes on it. Simple heads-up play, and they almost get shut down. Rez could have had a multi-spray down. 2 versus 3 instead. Alexi and hetket to try and keep the streak going for NiP. It's been looking good so far, but if they let Navi into the game once again here, this first half is still very questionable for them. Alexi, he was good for a double last time, and he's going to do it again. It's Simple. Bit actually got the headshot on hetket at the same time. That's crazy.
Definitely.
But let's see. Out on long. Defending the baguette. Oh, and the spam right through, just not even needing to check it. M4 is gone, and that's got to feel frustrating. Electronic, that's a bit too much speed. Knife out the whole way walking onto the site. I guess he did find out where they were, so in some sense of the word, it did work, but it's very bold.
See, that's something I would expect from a couple other IGLs in the space, like like a Kerrigan, maybe an Apex, but Electronic, you want him to have his gun out. Yeah, definitely Apex, actually.
And they've cleared outside of B. They realize no one's there, so they can start to focus a little bit more on this A defense.
Oh, man. That's rough. Hampus, an opportunity, but not able to capitalize. hetket still in the back line with an AWP, and with his presence being noticed by Navi, it might opt to rotate off of this, but I think they're just going to lie in wait and hope that hetket does that sort of movement for them.
More than anything, he'd probably love if they run at him straight away. And this slowdown, it's so tense when you just have to keep scoped up and wait like this for a long time. And now with the Molotovs on top, it makes it even more tricky. A smoke, but that'll also block his vision. 30 seconds. Rez gets one good shot in, but the AWP is gone from the round. And it's just Rez, and they know where he is. 1 versus 3. So Navi keeping it cool in spite of running into that AWP at some point. They were not too worried about it, and they're going to be able to win this round no problem. And he might do what he tried to do earlier, which is, if the timing is right for it, push up to try and... Oh, look at this. They're all going for it. The entire squad expecting a B hit. Or sorry, an A hit, and they actually just all go for it. That's crazy.
Yeah, and now they're sorely out of position as Navi take over the entirety of B. This is the worst feeling if you're a CT. If you have given up the entire site, there's so many angles that you're going to need to clear here. Actually, the saving grace is that Navi haven't planted yet. So NIP will be able to position themselves rather well for this retake, but they're still down a man, and there are 5 people for Navi waiting.
Yeah, I don't know how you could possibly do this. They have got 1 smoke, but the bomb is planted in a very awkward position to try and smoke off easily. This feels like a mission that's doomed from the outset, especially now that Hampus has gone down. Simple landing another shot. See if they can find a bit more. It's perfecto and a bit at the end. 11-4. Great first half for Navi. They're looking hot at the moment. Second half, it should be theirs. We're about to find out.
That would make his day. Perfecto, though, around the site, dancing around it, and it's hetket who takes him out. Electronic, he's still here with the dualies, but he backs on up. Yeah, realizes he could have maybe got shot in the back, and he was not wrong, just the timing didn't work out for him to take that peek. Nice boost to look over. Alexi gets blown up, and that's maybe a way for Navi to get back into the after plan. The hetket still here with the Glock. It's so efficient. They know, but they can't easily fight him. Rez is there to get some cover, and finally, a little bit of something going Navi's way. NPL alone? I don't know if there is a kit somewhere, but if there is, I don't think he could find it at this point. Gonna jump straight on there. 10-second defuse. There is no way that's gonna happen. And eventually, Hampus will find him. NIP, a critical pistol round. If they have any dreams of bringing this... So far, the risk you were talking about of someone pushing out of the B bomb site is not really occurring. Navi are staying put for now. So, NIP should be feeling safe on that front. A little bit of a flashbang, a little bit of noise being made. Simple probably calling it out that someone's up close. And Bit's gonna go for it. A second flashbang, and he keeps running. It's actually Simple getting the headshot. It wasn't Bit at all. That's crazy. Now they're gonna be moving a bit closer. Simple's out of it, but the 5-7s are still up close. There is a second one as well on Electronic. I don't think they realized. I don't think they heard anything there. This is a bit risky, and that's gonna be the bomb on the ground. 3-on-3, still with 30 seconds. Rez has to be very careful. What a headshot. The flash follow-up, though, makes it impossible for Electronic to continue the fight. But that was about to be a disaster, and it may yet be. Hampus and Alexi trying to see if they can recover this. 18 seconds. The bomb being wheeled in, but they've lost the bomb site again. Alexi, he has to fight this on his own. 10 seconds on the clock, and NPL, oh, he wanted to fight it. And Alexi takes him down just in the last seconds of the round. 30 seconds. Yeah, this is a little bit tricky. And IP could still be in trouble because this one Molotov here, I mean, if they can't put it out, if they get stopped behind this at 20 seconds, there's the Molotov down, and you can see the terror in their eyes. They realize you have to slow it down even further, and finally they manage to put it out. But on the other side, the FAMAS are doing so much damage. A double for Perfecto and a triple for Electronic, and just that one nade. That was the spanner in the works for NIP. They were not ready for it. Interesting setup here from Bit and Simple. See if they could cover each other, especially with rifles and none of them in AWP. Oh, the sneak in. Brolin with a grenade. They had to keep going. Bit! He's running them over! He's found 2 out of 3 with nades in hand. They had no idea. That is so crazy. Just perfect timing from Bit right there. Never expecting it, none the wiser. Simple, dancing around the smoke now, able to take down Rez. Just Hampus remains, and he is wondering what just happened to my team. And there aren't going to be any good answers. And Bit, his time to kill. There's not many people that are faster than him.
No.
And he keeps it up. MP9, doesn't matter. A4, whatever weapon he's wielding, it's headshots all day for him. Simple, connecting two. He wants a piece of the action. And Bit just wants to charge on forward. Is it another headshot? Of course it is. Do I even have to ask? They still have some great utility. Should be able to breach into a bomb site, but they might have to expend that and give up the chase a little bit early before they even get close.
Not that much counter utility on the Navi side, so maybe the smokes can buy the space that you're talking about. Get rid of Simple with that AWP before he puts a shot in. They're trying to do it. Leg shots coming out. That'll slow them down. We're at 18 seconds for the round, and Hampers finally something's working out here for NIP, but they need more. The crossfire is dead on perfect. It's Bit with another multi-kill. This time they weren't headshots, but we'll take the triple anyway and put Navi at 15. Played another team.
Yeah. Okay, Perfecto.
Ridiculous.
This is a good position for him. And even though things got a little bit chaotic in the last round for Navi, I think things have really settled for them. Perfecto will have an advance warning on this approach from NIP, and it's more than just a warning, it's 2 frags, and he's able to survive 2. Oh no, NIP, I feel like this might be it for them.
Shooting them right in their little booties, Alex. They just their toes blown off one at a time. That's a horrible image. Brolin and Hetrick, 2 versus 5, 20 seconds left, and trying to breach the B bomb site. It looks impossible, and it is 16-8. It's Navi to bring down NIP, but not without a struggle. NIP with a new lineup and definitely looking interesting, but Navi